welcome back to Miss Now Speaks, and today I'm going to show you how to solve simultaneous equations with two unknowns. And this time we're going to be dealing with non-linear equation. If you have watched my previous video, I've actually shown you how to solve simultaneous linear equations, but linear ones. And therefore this time, this round, we're going to be doing the non-linear equations. So let's say we have this equation here, and because it is simultaneous, so we're gonna have two equations, and we can call it 1 and 2. So the idea here is to look into one of the equations that looks more simple, and then make one of the unknown as the subject formula. And in this case, I would say 1 is easier because of the y, or the unknown, having 1 as its coefficient, and hence it's probably going to make our life simpler. So I'm going to start with 1, and I'm going to make y my subject formula. So I'm going to move whatever that I do not want to the other side and name it equation 3. And what happens next is I'm going to substitute the new equation 3, which I obtained from equation 1, into equation 2. And this is what I get. Wherever I see y, I'm going to put in 2x minus 7. And I'm just going to open up the bracket. And I'm going to be seeing another new quadratic equation, just like in our previous lesson. And then I'm going to solve this quadratic equation. You can use whatever way, factorization or formulas, or even completing the squares, whichever that you feel comfortable with, just as long as you can find the two values of x. In this case, I have gotten my values of x, which is x equals to 2 and x equals to 19. And don't forget, we have not completed because we need to find the y. And the y can be obtained from equation 3. So substitute the two values of x here. In this case, I'll get 1 is equals to negative 3, and another one equals to 31. Yep, so there you go. Let's see another example here we have. So this time my two equations look something like that. So call it 1 and 2. Again, we look for a simple idea where we look for the equation that has an unknown with coefficient as 1. Again, this is just a method that I share that will probably make things simpler. If you are already doing it for a while and you've seen different methods in doing, you can always use your own method, a method that you feel more comfortable with. So in this case, I'm going to start with equation 2. And I'm going to make x as my subject formula. So I'm going to move the 2y over, and then I'm calling this as equation 3. So I'm substituting equation 3 into equation 1 this time. And wherever I see x, I'm going to substitute it with 4y minus 2y. So just be very careful because you're dealing with fractions and negative constants. So just be very careful when you open up everything. And I can't do this yet because of the fraction or the y at the bottom of 12. Therefore, I'm going to just simplify everything by multiplying y. And now you see a very common quadratic equation again. So again, you can use factorization, completing the square root of formula to solve this. But I always prefer to use factorization wherever possible because it just simplifies a lot of stuff. And now that I have y, excuse me, I can continue to find my x, and my x is actually from the equation 3, don't forget. So I'm just going to substitute the different y values into the equation 3 to find the appropriate x value. So in this case, I'm going to have one as negative 40 over 3 and another one as 7. So there you go. And let's have one more example, maybe a more complicated one where you deal with more fractions. So this time I'm going to have one equation and the second equation. So I'll just call it 1 and 2. In this case, we're quite lucky because the equation 1 itself is already in a very ready-made substitution mode whereby y is equal to 3 minus x. So I'm not going to do anything else. So I'm just going to substitute it straight into 2. So wherever I see y, I'm going to substitute 3 minus x. So you're just going to do the same thing as how you would simplify, addition of 1 over 2 and 1 over 3. So I'm just going to multiply x and 3 minus x to both sides. And that gives you this equation. So when you simplify all similar terms, again, this is what you have. And then move everything to one side again, and you have this quadratic equation. So this time I'm going to be using the formula to solve because I don't think I can factorize this equation here. And using the formula, I actually obtain these two values. If you've forgotten the formula, please also watch back the videos that I have created on finding the quadratic equation roots using formula. So once you found the value of x, you can just put it into equation number 1 to find the value of y. So I'm just going to put in the formula or the value of x into the equation 1. And then we're going to have the appropriate value of y or the corresponding value. So there you go. 3 questions on solving simultaneous equations but non-linear equations. Make sure you try some questions by yourself. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me in the comments below. Till then, make sure you subscribe to Miss Nell Speaks. Take care and bye-bye.